Hey, what's going on, Car 5 fans? Just bringing you a new deck or a deck profile for my nectar deck. I made two other videos, I believe. I'm not too sure. Um, with two other decks at this point. I don't know if I uploaded the other one or not. I really can't remember. Um, but yeah, this is gonna be a deck profile about my nectar deck. Um, I don't know how everybody else is running it. I'm running it pretty much as a stand-based deck. If you don't know what that means, you'll see in a sec. I'm gonna try to make this video short, so let's just start. Starting Vanguard, Shield Seed Squire. I choose him just for the rear guard ride chain, quote unquote, because it's really not a ride chain. It's just being able to have rear guards to attack with. But yeah, I use Shield Seed Squire as my starter. Going into triggers, I have 4 heals. I run 3 draw, 4 crits. This is much faster. 4 crits. Try to keep it out the way. Try to keep it neat as possible. I run 5 stands. I will run 6 stands, 2 draw, but I just need one more stand trigger. I'm running 6 stands because I particularly feel like people don't give stand triggers enough credit. They just give you that extra attack that might be able to win. I was actually able to beat a cross-ride deck because of stand triggers. And my main Vanguard's effect. I run for grade 1s. I run 2 caramel popcorn. I run 2 of those, just plus kind of boss 1 plus 1000s. I run 2 Lady Sunlight Forest. Oh my God, I butchered that name just now. But yeah, basically just to shuffle through the deck real quick. I run 4 AK Vanillas, and the second part of the quote-unquote ride chain, or the not ride chain, the rear guard chain, 4 Blaze Seed Squires, just to get his effect off. Once his effect gets off, brings him to the field in a rest position. Henceforth, I have 5 stands. Usually I'll attack with him first, and then I'll attack with the Vanguard, just to get it a grade 2 on the field before I even have to actually ride into a grade 2. And I run 3 perfect guards. I only run 3 perfect guards because I'm constantly getting these guys in my hand, and it's constantly cluttering my hand. It's annoying. They're not a good attackers for my way of playing. They're really not as good as everybody makes them seem. I don't really like perfect guards, period. Mad expensive for no reason. For grade 2s, I run 2 Hail Pineapples. I would run 3, but I only have 2 right now. Well, I might have a 3rd one. I just don't feel like looking for it. But yeah, I only run 2, but I really don't use the effect regardless, so it really doesn't bother me that I only run 2. Half the time they're not on the field anyway. I run 2 Glass Bead Dragons. The only reason why I run it is because it's pretty. I mean, look at it. It's pretty. I don't really like its effect. I think it's actually costs more than you're gaining from it. Like, you counterblast 2. That's 2 counterblasts that I can use for my my avatar. And when I say avatar, I don't mean like the Aichi version of Avatar. I actually mean Avatar of the Plains, Behemoth. But yeah, I don't really like his effect, but it comes in handy every once in a while. So I just run him for the just in case. Oh crap, I don't have a grade 3. Maybe I can draw into one. I run 2 Iris Knight. I only run him because he's a 10k beater. That's really it. He's just a 10k vanilla. I run 2 just in case I don't, I just need a 10k attacker Usually he comes in handy when I do need that, but I hardly ever need him. But he does come in handy. I run 4 Knight of Verdict, Verdon, Jin. I run 4 of them just because, you know, with his grade 3 form, you're able to bring out 2 of them. So it's best that you run 4, because if you need to bring out 2, boom, you got 2 right there. You don't have to really worry about it. And plus, if you drive check 1, or excuse me, damage check 1, you have 3 others that you can use. Now we're going into grade 3s. I run 3 front light Valkyrie, Laurel. I run 3 of these because they're plus 12 every time you hit every time you attack a Vanguard. So why not? I usually go for the Vanguard in the first place, so it doesn't really matter. There's very rare instances where I don't attack for the go for the Vanguard, and that's the only. If I do, it's usually because I only got like a 9k attacker, and nothing behind it, which is hardly ever, but it happens. So I run 3 of her. She's actually a really good card. She was one of the reasons why I run against the Crossfire decks. I only run 2 Knight of Harvest Jin. I used to run 3. I only run 2 now because it's very seldom that people actually let me get the attack off, much less I'm able to get the actual attack from this off. They're constantly guarding him, and it's really, at the end of the day, it's actually not worth it to have 3. Usually once I get the first one on the field, the second one's just a dead card, really. And I know people are going to give me grunt for that, but it's actually a dead card for me. So yeah, I only run 2 of them. It's very rare that I have to run 3. Very rarely that I have to use both. And then for the final grade 3, Avatar Plains Behemoth. I run Avatar Plains Behemoth because I do run a stand-oriented deck. So if you don't know what he does, it's Counterblast 2 when this unit attack hits a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do choose one of your Neo Nectar rear guards and stand it. That's if he's in Vanguard. If he's in rear guard, it's a grade 1 or less and stand it. I run him just so I can, like, let's say I attacked with him and his effect went off and I grab 2 gens. I can automatically attack with him. His effect, I can stand one of them up and attack again. And if I run into a stand trigger, I can do it again, for the most part. That's pretty much why I run him. I actually like him. I was able to get, I believe, 6 attacks off. Excuse me, not 6. 5 attacks off just by using him. With him and the stand triggers all together, I was able to get about 5 or 6 attacks off. Actually, I'm going to say 5, because it could have been 6, but they were both 9Ks, and I wouldn't have been able to hit for much. But yeah, I was able to get his effect off. I ended up getting a stand. I ended up getting actually 2 stands, and a stand and critical, and hit again to win the game. That guy was tight, because I told him that he was actually my first battle with this deck, in the way it is now, and he was kind of mad about that. It was funny. He was tight. But yeah, trying to make it short and sweet. But yeah, that was, all in all, that was my Narukami deck. I would go into more detail about it, but yeah, you already probably made so many judgments about it. I just play for fun, so it doesn't really matter whether I win or lose, to be honest. Most people, I doubt, is a competitive deck, in the sense that you want to try and go to nationals with it. It's not going to work out for you. This is just basically, you're just playing with your friends kind of deck. Competitive wise, it could hold its own, kind of, but you got to draw the right. It can let me not say kind of, because it can hold its own if you play the cards right. But for the most part, I wouldn't suggest you actually go into a game. Go into a league game with it. But it's fun to play with me. For me, it's fun to play for me, so I do. Especially when it makes everybody mad that I'm constantly standing up my rear guards and attacking them again and again. So yeah, but that's my Neo Nectar deck. It's still not, well, for the most part it is complete. I'm not really gonna do much more to it. I think I'm probably gonna end up running the Musketeers, but I'm not sure. Most people are trying to go for Musketeers and or Saffron Dragon. I'm not sure if that's the right name, but yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna stick to my deck because my deck is a little bit more fun than running what everybody else is running it. So, all right. If you like the video, I'll be happy if you like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you really want. It's your life. I'm not telling you how to live it. All right. Have a good night, guys.